I used to play in a well field across our home with the liquid pitch and decorate my sand with water baking cakes. I grew up asking my dad one question: why are there only men working in oil and gas? And he told me it requires endurance, determination, and fearless of the unknown to accept to take this path. The challenges that I should accept and overcome will not be work related only. I knew I will be put in situation away from my family for a long period of time, missing important celebration dates, working on shifts even longer than one shift. And I must to accept, even if I was exhausted, working in dangerous and remote locations. But he was telling me at the same time, if a woman can do it, it will bring her to the top of the mountain. While he was explaining more and more, I was imagining myself being that powerful woman. I started to have big dreams until I found myself taking the first opportunity to be one of the fewest women working offshore, learning how to become a female leader in a male-dominated industry. The first challenge was working outside of my comfort zone. I graduated as an environmental engineer, but I started my career in drilling. Quite opposite, I know. Knowing absolutely nothing about this area, I had to quickly adapt and learn new skills, like being flexible and resilient, studying and practicing. I started to become passionate about this field. I was dreaming big, picturing myself in a leading position in this industry. The second challenge was to maintain calm and to be patient in the worst circumstances. I remember I was on board when a storm hit the Gulf of Mexico. I was working as an assistant drilling engineer on a jackup. Was not a drill. Was a real situation where I need to act quick as I am responsible for my life. I had to remain calm and remember what I learned during the training emergency course. It's a long story to tell, but I assure you, that episode of my life had a big positive impact of who I am today. Another challenge is stability, something I never had. I remember having a long night shift doing wellbore sidetrack drilling operation with hard cement plugs when the rig manager called me in his office and told me that I must disembark and go to the shore to talk with the HR. I instantly froze. It was a disaster. 33 juniors joined the program. More than half of them were terminated, and I was one of them. But my direct manager, which was also my first mentor, believed in my potential and asked to keep me on shore, and I was proving myself, being a very fast learner. He saw in me a potential project manager, and after a couple of months offered me the position of assistant rig manager. I took it as an opportunity to learn more skills, even though my salary was reduced, with many promises to be increased once we passed the crisis, but it never happened. After 3 years as a manager with no improvements on my package, hard work, and being away most of the time from my family, I decided to return home. Another challenge was working during COVID-19. I was one of those who lost the job due downsizing. Spent a few months confused for what was happening and if I should change my work field or not. So I considered transitioning from oil and gas to green energy. I started to take classes online and got few interviews. I did not have any support, no mentor. So I was feeling lost, and this new phase of my life was draining my powers. Because I could not find a job in green energy so fast, I stopped looking. I was reading motivational life stories of powerful women and felt some kind of determination. I was driven by this quote, if your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. I put my armor back and kept looking to work in oil and gas sector. until I made it. And I made it so well that recently I was promoted as the Upstream Business Development Manager for my current employer. I was impressed reading the report. It's relieving to see that both men and women are so motivated by the green agenda. But I see a big challenge in this area because from my own experience, I was stuck in the middle and being very difficult to find a mentor to teach me how to utilize my skills as an engineer in oil and gas and contribute to net zero in renewable and clean energy. Also, workplace policies and benefits are another challenge for women. Maternity leave, it's a struggle for most of the working moms. The period allowed to nurse the child is short and it impacts women wanting to become mothers while maintaining a career in the energy industry. The energy sector remains a male-dominated field across the world, and this is no different in the Middle East and North Africa. Women in MENA region already have a generally low participation rate in the labor force, with only 20% of women employed or seeking employment, less than half of the global average actually. Therefore, in the energy sector, that figure is even lower, despite MENA having 50% of female graduates in STEM fields. Why this is happening? It is also how we see ourselves. Woman perception is that they should know 110% about the energy sector when they are interviewed for a job. While men, they take the job in the most cases knowing only 20%. Also, we feel intimidated by male-driven working environment as the main obstacle to gender diversity in the energy sector. I would say, know your worth, improve yourself by learning new skills, and always speak up. Ask questions, show what you know, and learn as much as you can from others. This will attract mentors for technical skills and it will level up your self-confidence. Be courageous, speak up to get noticed, and show how you think. Build a network as you move between the roles of superiors and peers. Contacts might leave your company, but their moves can create unexpected opportunities for you in the long term. Don't be intimidated by no one. Don't give up to your dreams, no matter what. Don't forget that the best views come after the hardest climbs.